This is a video on job board navigation. So to start, what I'm going to do is collapse this left navigational bar so we have more room to work on the job board. Here where it says job board, to the right it has active, and this is a drop down where you can quickly go to save for later, any repair orders that are in accounts receivable, paid repair orders, or deleted repair orders. So I'm going to stick in the active because we are currently looking at our active job board. Now if I pan further towards the right, we have two icons. The first one is the column view, which is what we're looking at. You have an estimate column, work in progress and completed. You can decide to switch it to a list view. Every user can look at their own job board differently. So you'll notice it's the same information, it's just formatted differently. Now you can also drag and drop these, but something has changed recently. You can now sort your columns. You can sort them by custom, by repair order number, by status, by dates created, by promise time, and so forth. And this is a really slick tool because we can use this as an aging report to see which repair orders are the oldest. So I'm going to switch this one to custom because if I want to move these around and put them in a list that I want to see them in, I'll change it to custom. I can then go back to the list view, and then I can drag Frank Stan down to the bottom. Now if we go back to the column view, it does show what we've done. You cannot drag and drop these tiles, but you can do it in the list view. You do have to be on custom though. If I change this to sort by repair order number, go back to the list view, notice that they're grayed out and I cannot move them now. So they've got to be custom in order to be able to rearrange them on the job board. I'll switch this one back to custom and I'll move Frank back up top. And me personally, I've just gotten used to the column view. Your choice, whichever way you want to look at it. So the next step down, you do have the job board search bar. This is only going to search the job board itself. So if I type in a name, I can find Remo Williams. If I just type in a vehicle year model, you'll find all the 2005s that we have on the job board. You don't want to search the global search bar, you want to search the job board search bar. Now to the right of there, you do have RO statuses, where you can click into it and you can see all the cars that haven't been touched. Or you can see all the ones that have been declined. Or you can see all the ones that are just waiting on parts. Beside that, you can go by employee. If you want to see what Service Writer B is working on, if you want to see what Technician C is working on, or if you want to see a combination of all your technicians. To the right of that, you do have appointment type as well. So if you want to isolate just your waiters, which we identify as stay with vehicle, notice that you do have an icon of a chair indicating that Frank is waiting with us. Or you can go by drop-off, your choice. To the right of that, we have the Create Repair Order button. You can create a new repair order from here, or you can use this orange hyper button down here at the bottom. Create a new customer, new repair order, or a new appointment. Your choice. Now the way that this works is you do have an estimate column, work in progress, and completed. So when you create a brand new repair order, it's going to land at the top of the estimate column. Then at that point we can dispatch the repair order, we can do the DVI, which is the inspection, we can build the repair order up, and once we get it approved, that's the trigger that automatically moves this repair order into the work in progress column. At this point, the advisor on the repair order would get a notification that something's been approved so we can order parts. Once the parts arrive, we'll receive those parts and we'll notify the technician that the parts are here so they know that they can get to work. Once a technician finishes jobs and finishes labor operations, you're going to have a timeline here. Then at that point, you can look at the repair order, touch it up, and then complete it. By completing a repair order, then it pushes it to the completed column. At this point, the repair order is locked. You cannot change prices, can't change technicians. We're just waiting for James to come pick up his car. He's already paid us. So there are some automatic triggers when you're working on the repair order for it to move from left to right. Everything in Tekmetric is from left to right, just like reading a book. Now back in the estimate column, you do have Frank's stand here. You'll notice that it says not started because we haven't done anything to this vehicle just yet. These are automatic statuses. So once you start to build the repair order, this number will increase the amount, and then it will say pending authorization, which means I built a repair order for $336, but Frank has not approved it yet. Or sorry, Mean Gene hasn't approved it yet. Down below it says pending authorization because we're waiting to hear back from Frank. Now this would also say requires authorization if we haven't sent it to anyone just yet. And then if a customer decides they don't want to do anything, it's going to say declined all. And at that point it's up to you to decide what you want to do with the repair order. Do you want to post it? Do you want to delete it? Do you want to save it for later? And the way that you can handle that is by hitting the 3 dots within the repair order. Here you can authorize it. If David Young calls back and says, hey, I changed my mind, I do want to do it, we can move David from declined to in progress. We can save it for later if maybe he's going to come back and decide to fix this Ford. Or we can post it as declined. But be careful, if you do post it as declined, that is going to go affect your average repair order and close ratio. Below that, you can delete the repair order if you have permissions to delete that. So anytime you see 3 dots in Tekmetric, go ahead and click it because it means that you have some options. Up top for Frank, if he calls me and says, hey, I want to do it, I can click the 3 dots and authorize it very quickly. Or if he comes in and says, Daniel, you're not going to believe it, I've got to run home, I'll come back tomorrow, I can push this repair order to save for later. And then tomorrow, I can hit the active drop down and retrieve it from save for later. So beside that, you do have the repair order number. We have the icon that indicates Frank is waiting. It's a chair. Got the status. We have his name, first and last, phone numbers. Beneath that, you have the year, make, model, a color, and you'll also have a license plate beside it as well, just like Remo Williams here. You can also have other information like key tags. We take a look at Mean Gene here. We put a key tag here just to show you that you can put some notes on there. Whether the car has a breathalyzer, or the car is blocked by other cars, or the keys aren't here just yet. This is a good way just to pass notes along on the repair order itself. This can be turned on so customers can see it, or it can be turned off with transparency settings. Now you'll also have the advisor's initials. You'll have the balance that we have built up into the ticket or the repair order. We also have the technician's initials here. To the right of that, we have a promised time when this vehicle needs to be ready. And then below the tech and the advisor, we have how long ago this repair order was created. About a year ago. It's quite a long time ago. This car's been here. And then to the right of that, we have an eyeball. This means that we sent out an estimate to the customer and they looked at it. So below that for Rick, here it has a paper airplane because we sent him an estimate, but he hasn't looked at it yet. This is a great indicator for our advisors to be reminded, hey, I need to call Rick because maybe he's confused about this estimate. I can see that he hasn't even opened it yet. Let's take a look at it. And for the eyeball, same thing. If he's been looking at it for 15 minutes, he might be thinking about it. If he's been looking at it for 3 hours, he might need some direction. So this is the estimate column, and as soon as anything's approved, it's going to automatically bounce into the work in progress column. Here you have 3 dots in the upper right hand corner of the repair order tile. If you click on it, you can complete the work quickly, which would push Remo Williams to the completed column. You can also set status, or you can delete it if you have the permission to delete anything. So by setting status, this one currently says work not started. So if I want to say no, we're waiting on parts, I can change that. So you have in progress, need to order parts, on hold, waiting on customer, waiting on parts, and you can use these statuses anytime you need to, and your technician can update these statuses as well. Now beneath that, you also have the customer's name, the year, make, and model. You get your tech, your advisor. You also have the dollar amount. So if you see purple dollar signs, it means that there's a balance due. We owe them money for some reason. Forgot the discount, we overcharged them, whatever it may be. If you have a gray dollar sign, that just means that there's a balance due. If you see a paid dollar sign, this means that this customer is paid in full and they don't owe us any money. Now beneath that, we have a yellow dollar sign. This means that Jim has partially paid for something, like special order parts from the dealer, things that we can't discount or we have to charge for. So they can prepay for anything. Now there's also an icon here next to the technician. What this means is that there is a DVI or digital vehicle inspection on this repair order. And currently the technician is not done with it. Once the technician hits complete, they can notify the advisor that they're done with it, but your advisor could also see that it's green. This means that the technician has finished the DVI and we are now ready to look at it and start building the repair order. You also got the balance, then you got the promise time. This is the work in progress column. Now once you hit the complete work button, that repair order is then going to move over to the completed column. Here you can't change technicians or prices. In order to edit this job or do anything to it, you want to hit the three dots and reopen the repair order. Move it back into the work in progress column so you can make changes. You can also post it. Since this guy has paid in full, we can just post it as paid. Now for this Jim Morrison waiter, he still owes us $1,122, so I can't post it here. I can send it to accounts receivable if he has a charge account with us, or I could reopen it if I need to make edit changes. But I've got to take payment to post this ticket to make it move away from the job board. Now Henry Rollins down here, he has an amount of $520, and I could send it to AR or I can reopen it. And if I need to take payment, I'm going to jump into the repair order and I'm going to move to the payment tab and take the payment and post the repair order. So that's about it. That is your job board. Thank you so much for watching.
Thanks for watching. Please do not forget to give this video a thumbs up and to share it with the rest of your team. Also, please subscribe to our YouTube channel if you would like to see more helpful videos for auto repair shops. Have a wonderful day.